Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 32 of Crucible Solo Self-Bound League. Today, we're going to take the Impending Doom Occultist into maps, get it fully leveled up, fully geared, and see what we can do with it. So, let's go into the Impending Doom build as it currently sits. Impending Doom triggers Doom Blast when a hex from supported curse skill ends. Does a lot of chaos damage, and I'm using Vixen's Entrapment, which is kind of a necessity to make this build work any kind of decently. It triggers socketed curse spells when you cast a curse spell. So when I cast my Despair, it's casting Enfeeble and Temp Chains. So I can only apply 2 curses to an enemy. Once all 3 curses are applied and the Despair gets removed, it will trigger the Doom Blast, and that's how we're doing the damage. The way I'm building it right now is just kind of focusing on hit damage, and I'm using the Shavronne's Wrappings, which causes chaos damage taken to not bypass energy shield, allowing me to go low life, allowing me to get pain attunement, which is more spell damage when on low life. I'm putting my discipline on my life, and using the Lori's Lantern Ring gives me movement speed, chaos res, and damage of enemies hitting you is unlucky while you are on low life. So that means every time I get hit, the enemy's damage is going to roll twice. The lower number is what I get hit by doing this. Got Adventurous Gamble to cover a lot of resistances, and my amulet's pretty crazy. Lots of spell damage and energy shield with mana regen. Dodre's Scorn adds flat chaos damage for each curse on the enemy, and since I'm applying 2 curses, that's a lot, and Doom Blast has effectiveness of added damage of 370%. So it's adding quite a lot of extra damage. And then I'm using an Apex Rage Wand, which gives a bunch more chaos to spells, a little bit of chaos res and attack speed. But this has lose 40 mana when you use the skill, and poisons deal damage faster, which is fine. I'm not really speccing into poison, but I had just started to work out the ridiculous mana cost of triggering these spells super fast, and then the Apex Rage kind of threw a wrench in that, so I've gone pretty heavily into mana regeneration. So I'm up to 1865 mana. Mystic Bulwark has given me mana regen for chance to block spells. Again, insane mana regen on this amulet. And then the only kind of useless piece of gear I have is Zeal's Amplifier. This gives me increased area of effect per enemy killed recently up to 50% with spell damage and energy shield. I'll probably get around to trying to replace that shield today, but the first thing I need to do is figure out how to fix these resistances. I am 13 short on cold res and 8 short on fire. So I wonder if I can get rid of my Watcher's Eye for the time being. The Watcher's Eye I was using has a chance to recover 10% of mana when you use a skill while affected by clarity. Really help negate some of the mana cost that the Apex Rage is causing. But since I have so much regen now, I can probably deal, and then I have a mana flask as well, so we can probably drop that, and then I look for jewels that have fire, cold, resistance. One's life, fire, cold. 12 is as high as it goes. This one has all res, cold, and lightning. That would do it. Mana regen with fire, cold. Oh, fire and cold res that I can craft. Mana, area damage, fire and cold damaging ailments faster. That's something cool. Can I put this in here? Like I can. Reforge with Chaos mod? Dot multi with ES. It's not what I wanted. Give me just straight chaos damage. Damage with poison. Poison on hits. Chaos dot multi. I just want the chaos damage. ES chaos res. So my chaos res dropped because I finished Act 10. But with that jewel in, I'm at 56 chaos res, 1 short on cold res. So now for me to get a couple levels, maybe kill a metamorph to get a prismatic catalyst. 1 more of those gets me 2 all res on the Lori's Lantern. So I think that's good enough to get it going. I can also squeeze another cold res out on these boots. Fire cold, yep, 19. There we go. Now I'm capped. Put a map in and kill something. Let's try T5 Dunes. Yep, things die. The cast speed is crazy. Just concept pops. It doesn't visually look super crazy, just like me casting curses and then enemies dying. Okay, rogue metamorph, let's go. Oh no, you got the bubble, dude. I don't like the bubble. The longer I stand here, I'm inflicting wither every second because I'm an occultist, and there we go. It slaps super hard. And then the hillock, maybe need a decoy totem, I don't know. Curses being reflected to me is kind of a pain, but I mean, I'm gonna level pretty quick if this is how it's gonna go. I might be able to jump straight into the T8 calderas right now. Level 69. Nice. Divine Orb. Cool. So I'm also high enough level now that I could maybe get something out of this Titanium Spirit Shield. This could be huge if it rolls big attack block, ES gain on block with as much ES as possible. That's what I would want off of this. And then how the best go about crafting that. The life on block has a life mod on it, so maybe this is a dense fossil project. Let's see what Craft of Exile says. Offhand, int shield, shaper influence. I want ES on block. I would like chance to block. I would like percent ES, and then flat ES, and spell damage. If I can get it, why not? It's a lot of mods. Click fossils. Go re-resonators. Compute. Corroded plus dense. Oh, I didn't separate these mods. Okay. It looked a little too reasonable. I picked the high tier mods to make this actually pretty crazy. So getting the perfect shield's pretty insane. I'm gonna drop the spell damage. It's the only reason it's putting etherics in there. Yeah. Dense fossil, just raw, is the most cost-efficient way to do it. Dense corroded is solid. Dense corroded sanctified. Now this is a base as well that I would be comfortable using my sanctified fossils on. Maybe even the prime resonators. I can see what it says for 4. Add a shuddering in. That's just to remove mana modifiers. I think I'm just going to do the 3. So that is corroded. That is dense. I mean, I do have the... I'm okay with mana modifiers though. No. Perfect fossils. Make this good quality. 28? I'll settle for that. Sure. Then the big one. Spell damage, ES, faster start of ES recharge. Not gonna cut it. Okay, corroded's good because then it can't roll resistances. Better chance at getting the ES on block. T4 with a T4 hybrid. ES on block. And I just mean craft the percent ES on here. 70 plus, please. That's 263 energy shield with ES recovery on block. Could definitely be better. Faster start of ES recharge is so nuts too. You know what? Sure. Exalt this bad boy. What do we got? Okay. 34% chance to shock for 4 seconds on block. Why not? Looks good enough to me. I'm gonna lose a lot of this AoE from the Zeal's amplifier, but it's a lot more energy shield, and I will make use of it. That was way easier than I thought it was gonna be. But now it's definitely more beneficial for me to spec into block. I have tons of T8 maps. I can just smash a bunch of T8 maps, build up the calderas. Let me take out watchstones. I think I take them all out for the caldera. Yeah, like T8 caldera. And I think in this situation, I make everything caldera until I put watchstones back in. I have to run the calderas rare so I can hunt for div cards, so I don't have to feel bad about rolling these magic. Exposure's fine. Minus max is bad. Cooldown is bad. So less cooldown recovery rate's going to lower the cooldown on the Vixens. That's bad. Definitely avoid that. Spell suppression's probably bad. Reduced block is going to be bad. I can do reflect. So as an occultist here, I'm going to get ES regen. I'm going to regenerate 10% of ES per second if I've killed 5 enemies in the past 4 seconds. And I can't be stunned, so I don't have to worry about dealing with stuns from a mastery. Something else I need, I see it here. Div cards, portal gem, and cast on death, just in case. And then we find another one of these rogue metamorphs. That is chaos and wither resistant, and spell resistant. Okay, that's disgusting. And it poisons, has burning ground. I don't have the mana recovery for this. Oh, look at that ES recovery on block though. I mean, okay, too many poisons. Gotta keep... Oh, but I guess the ES doesn't matter. It can have ES recharge. Too many poisons is bad, but even though it's wither resistant, I think I've stacked up enough withers on it that it's actually taken a lot of extra damage. Another part of being an occultist. I'd probably find a way to squeeze a culling strike in here. That's probably one of the worst combos of mods I could have seen on an enemy. Boss here, it's all spell damage. Just sit here and tank it. I need the mana. I need more mana recovery. It is not enough. But T8 boss is dead. Level 17 gems. Right on. Guess I check the Crucible tree on this shield now. Why not? Okay, this metamorph is dying much faster. Oh, don't kill me. The burning ground. Out of here. Reveal an item with at least 28% quality. Challenge complete. What do we got? Plus 10 max ES. Minus 6 all res for 23 chaos. Ooh. 40% reduced armor evasion ES for 8% attack block. Ooh. I like that. 20% of damage you reflect as leeches life. Life on block, Herald of Ice, Ice Crash Glacial Hammer. So yeah, I just take the block. Yeah, I'm gonna lose some energy shield for that, but I get ES on block. And it'll probably add that 8% block to the shield, which puts it at 33. That's another 6% block from Mastery on the spell block wheel. There's my prismatic catalyst I needed. There we go. 11 to all res. Top and bottom. Where I drop my withering step or Arctic armor. Level 21. I can just use that. I should be able to at least. Oh yeah. Still leaves me plenty of mana room. The offering, probably easier to farm that than farm the lion. Getting another shafts could let me double corrupt them. I dropped like 300 energy shield with the 40% reduced. Oh, I guess that reduced only affects the shield, I guess. I would have figured 40% would have hurt a little more than that. Okay, but then I take, where is it? Block chance per 5% block on shield. Puts me up to 39 attack block, which is solid given that I have invested nothing into it except that node now. So I wonder if this node right here, 50% increased ES from equipped shield, it doesn't quite give it all back, but it was still solid. Need to actually set this Atlas passive tree up for what I need to be doing here. I'm going to be farming low-level maps, then the boss maps can go. Okay, and then I maximize quant. I get divination strong boxes, additional strong box, harbinger. The metamorphs probably get dropped for more harbingers at some point. Not yet. I'm gonna let expedition back in so I can get the powerful harbinger boss potential. Ooh. that? I mean, I do have the defense shrine. I need an enduring mana flask. That might help my situation a bit. I really got nothing else either. Like, it's literally hold down, right click, and wait. But it's also good because, like, I have lots of block. I have ES on block. I have ES regen. I have ES leech. I have a bubble, and I take less fire and physical damage while stationary. And then in here, another 9% physical damage reduction while stationary. Painted jewelers. Level 77. This gets me faith and steel. This gets me over 6k ES. That's 8 all res. So once I have the next 10 prismatic catalysts, then I can drop the jewel and be flat capped on res. Ooh, big gym levels. I love seeing that discipline level up. That just means more energy shield and more spell block. I really like how on this boss I can just start casting and she's gonna teleport, and I'm still holding right click down where she originally was. I just gotta manage the mana, but I'm name locked on the boss. It's pretty cool. I got so much AoE, I can just do that wherever she goes in there. Physical damage from hits taken as chaos. Big help. A really nice rogue metamorph. Lots of pretty colors. My favorite thing about my loot filter that, like, I went through and used a picker tool to, like, pick colors off of everything, so everything drops to the color that it actually is on the items. My loot filter is not the best. There's still things I'm working out with it every single day, but my color scheming is on point. Cartographer's strongbox. That's not what I need. Yay, big harbingers. Ancient shards. I need to run this Apex through Crucible. Uncorrupted unique item. Simple enough. Do I have my anomalous? Yes. Can I actually fight this stuff in here? Things are dying, so might as well, I guess. I'm using the fireball build for this just because I don't want to fail this. Alright, I don't want to fight the uniques. The normal enemies, sure. Even them, that's kind of yikes. I think just go with my go-to. Run to the end. I really don't like the idea of fighting like 6 of the same unique enemy that does not die. Alright, I went to 5. So what do we get here? Fizz damage to spells. Not great. I could get Wicked Ward here. Bottom side is multi minus crit chance. Herald of Ash. That's not great. Wicked Ward, ES recharge is not interrupted by damage if recharge began recently. I could possibly do that. Percent Dex and Int is pretty huge. Herald of Thunder doesn't really matter. Frenzy Charge on Kill would be cool. And then we got Volatile Dead Cremation. Frenzy Charge on Kill would be nuts. Wicked Ward is doable. Increased enemy stun threshold. Chance to double stun duration. I think that means less stuns. 375 int times 0.06. Another 22 int. So that's what, 4% ES? I have so much regen and leech. I could probably get away with the less recharge rate to get to frenzy charge on kill. I'm badly in need of dexterity as well. I can't level my grace higher. Haven't been able to for quite a while. Already have all the accessible dex here. Ooh, I have a 30% eternal mana flask. Let's roll that. Does not queue. Then I force corrupting blood on it. Oh, big flask upgrade. So now with the flask up, yeah, I can just spam now. Awesome. I wonder if operative strongboxes aren't the right play. Getting all these scarabs is really cool, but at the same time, 6% of my strongboxes are being those where they could potentially be diviner's strongboxes. I need my flasks to all gain charges on hit. If I'm just gonna sit here and tank stuff, my granite flask comes back all the time because I get hit, and it's only a 1 charge. I think the next goal is probably go for Safeguard. I'm gonna free up Ellie Res, cap up my spell block. I should probably change my Anoint to Aggressive Bastion. Endurance charge on kill, another 5 attack block. I almost want to get 30 dex. No joke. Deflection's probably better. Makes a silver oil. Still 5 block. Endurance charge on block is probably better than on kill because I can get it during bosses. And I just don't know how I get more attack block outside of go and cluster jewels, which is probably a good play because there really just isn't a lot of good chaos damage outside of dot on a tree. I know there's some really chunky chaos damage nodes you can get on clusters. Hey, potent potential. Keystone. Complete. Got the Wicked Ward. Hopefully I don't hate that. Ooh, I got one. Stacked X. Excavated chests. This is why I added Expedition in. I've heard tales of the div card troves you can get out of these. So let's hit that. Expedition logbook. Oh, beyond. Can't just sit and face tank quite as much. Chaos and Wither resistant. Got 3. I'm not flipping div cards, so I have at least 100. Could potentially drop beyond in my maps. That could get me my Harbingers and probably a little bit of Expedition. Don't even have the resources to use the Tainted Fusings that I want, because I need at least 5 linked Imperial Bows. Prismatic Catalyst. 8 to go. I don't like the Acceleration Shrine with this. Destroys my mana, and I think my attack speed, or cast speed, gets up too high that I'm not even getting the Impending Doom off every time. You like the speed, though. I just got a tap fire. Level 82, probably decent time to go do lab. I'm up to 26 of the T8 Calderas. Running the lab on one character, gotta take the helmets off of all of the others. Okay, this one's already set, though. Volcanic Fission projectiles. Don't need to worry about that one. Ah, Speed Shrine. Lovely. Oh, and we got a 2-handed mace. I haven't seen one of these in a while. Yeah, I gotta tap fire this with the Acceleration Shrine. Really, really good Dark Shrine access in this Uber Lab today. I guess it's only for 2 more hours, so me telling you about it here doesn't do you any good, now does it? Oh wow, even the 4th one. Yeah, I got this. Dark Shrine, boss, Dark Shrine, Dark Shrine, Dark Shrine. Easy. Easy SRO. And I got my offering back. And lightning damage if you haven't killed recently. Commandment of Reflection. Belly hit. Ailment chance. Blade flurry damage. Explosive concoction. Area of effect. Sure. Commandment of Reflection. That's good. Makes a clone of me that can bait attacks. Then here, I guess Profane Blue. Assuming it works with Impending Doom. If it doesn't, I'd probably just go Forbidden Power for extra area of effect and damage. And I'm definitely spending that mana. What is here? Mana regen per power charge, crit chance, crit multi, and then more damage. Probably just pop up there, grab the mana regen on the way to another power charge if I were to do that. Let's try Profane Bloom. I guess what Profane Bloom's really going to do is help me shotgun rare enemies with the lesser enemies. The Academic, I think that's 4. I don't know, I feel like it's only really giving me more pops. I feel like it didn't really change much against the Harbinger. Initial map test says Profane Bloom doesn't really matter. I'd be better off with the power charges. Yeah, I did not shotgun that rare enemy like I was hoping. So just having better damage against the rare enemy is probably better. It still works. Enemies still blow up. You get more profound pops out of the Impending Doom Blast. A lot of you guys are also recommending that I check out Steel Mage's video on, I guess, Impending Doom mechanics, and I'll show you guys what I did look up. I knew Steel's been playing this build a lot, or whatever form of it. I do like to approach builds just completely blindly, but I was a little unsure about what to do with it. So I opened up this league's Steel Mage's chat SF. I clicked Steel Mage's build, and I was like, what curse is he using to proc his Doom Blast? Despair. And then I looked for another one. Impending Doom. This one's on an Occultist. I clicked this one. What curse is this person using? Temp Chains. So then I was like, okay, I can do whatever I want. I don't care. That's all I've looked up for this build. And I probably will check out his video eventually, but I generally try to make builds just approaching them in my own way and then solving the problems as they arise. And since I didn't have a good way to test that, I looked up that one little detail. Didn't find anything strongly suggesting in one way or another, and maybe there's more there that I'm not getting, but looking at 2 level 100 characters that are doing different things, to me makes it seem like it's probably a wash regardless. And if I start struggling, I'll start kind of seeking that information out, but as I'm just still having no issue and crushing, I don't see why I would need to be looking up a guide on the build if what I'm doing is working, if that makes sense. Probably no matter what build I look up for Impending Doom, that build is probably not being built around a Shavs. So I kind of, if I did look anything up, I'd have to take it with a grain of salt a little bit, because I have to consider the factors I'm building around here, like the ES on block and the Shavs and the low life and all of that. There's a lot of different things going on with the build that I'm kind of building around this. So, and who knows, maybe me just kind of deep diving in my own little world, I uncover something that no one else has just because I'm taking it from a fresh perspective instead of taking the blueprint that's already been laid out by someone else. And if I fail to do that, I fail to do that. But at least I will try to come at it with a fresh approach. Yeah, I feel like I like the extra area effect from the power charges more than the enemy explosion. Really like face taking these crucibles. I'm only pushing them up to like 80, but still just popping my bubble and sitting here holding down the button. Feels really nice. None of my other builds can do that. I've actually never made a recovery on block build ever. So this is the first one of these recovery on block shields I've ever had. Here's Safeguard, another 50 ES on block. Block chance. Spells up to 64. And Brass Dome. I think that might be my second Brass Dome of this league. This one rolled 5 on the res, 387. Wow. Oh, really high on the base as well. 844. That's insane. Oh, strength provides no bonus to maximum life is a life modifier. So the life mastery for no life mods on equipped body armor does not work with that chest. Rip. They didn't give it an attribute tag. Well, the other one max rolled on the armor and then 386 on the roll. If that makes sense. Like, there's the armor percent roll on it, and then there's the flat armor that comes on the base that has a roll as well. The flat armor on the base rolled max, but actually has more armor than the new one, but a much improved Brass Dome. Well, 85. I think it's about time to rush all the Caldera maps, because it's getting closer to the time that I want to start moving up a tier. Resists are up really big now that I got all these nodes, so I can probably remove this jewel. Probably still want Chaos Res there if I can manage. 47 Chaos Res is pretty solid though. Let's see what this unexpected prize is. Attribute Transforming Jewel. Dex from passives transform to int. I want the opposite of that. I already have that. Beautiful. Put this in the jewel socket. That is probably more dex than I needed. Yeah, that's up to 219. I need 155. So minus 30, minus 30, 159. Okay, so I get 2 passives back and I get another jewel socket for that, I guess. So that means I can actually use Grace. That dropped my ES below 6k again. Though defensively, I'm feeling pretty stacked. I think I'm going to take ES node. Take this mana regen. I want the mana regen per power charge. 20 mana regen here is really good. If I have 5 power charges, 4% spell damage per power charge is 20% spell damage. I think I get this power charge next. Then I might be able to reroute these connecting points through here. Now's probably the time to drop the Soul Thief. Estudo has 6% block. Dirge charge is probably just too good though. You can also get implicits on boots. These boots probably aren't staying around for the long haul, so I'm not going to do anything crazy. Brittle ground, I don't think that would help. Would any of those help? Increase the effect of buff granted by Chaos Golem. That's not terrible. 5% cooldown recovery rate. 0.25 times 0.95, 0.2375. So it drops a tiny bit on the cooldown. Like, I'm only having an issue with it though with the acceleration shrine, so I don't know that that's what I want. Poisons you inflict deal damage faster. One more to go for the frenzy charge. Takes a while to actually level these things up. I really don't mind grinding out the leveling up the tree. I feel like it's just like everything else about the league mechanic that I kind of dislike. Remember indigo silver. I need a silver upgrade. Those. Deflection. Still need 8. Prismatic catalysts. Catalyst transform costs. Vivid life force. Try it once. Imbued. Try it one more time. With a fertile. 4 of 8 on another Shavs. I have a few Shavronne items here. Let's see if there's another wraps here. Pace, pace, pace. Shavronne's Revelation. Generate 40 mana per second in left ring slot. Cannot recharge or regenerate ES. Okay. And pace. 9 ancient orbs. Find a high level bow. Gluttonous Tide. That one. In Ancient Orbit. Try and get the Lioneyes. No. Null's Inclination. Trigger socketed minion spells. Minion damage. That's a strange bow. Now there's a Wind Ripper. The first Imperial bow. It's not the one we want to see. Let's hit the Reach of the Council. Hero's Heart. I have 3 tainted mythic orbs. I don't know that I'm ready to do that. I should probably wait till I can 5-link the bows. We're using them. I guess to the Caldera maps we go. Quality them all up. Count them all. And dump them in a tab so it's easier to sort out what I don't want. So regen. No regen I don't want. Those go. Less recovery rate and cooldown recovery rate. So anything with recovery goes. Then minus max. And I'll re-roll the spell suppressions just because. To check again. Regen, none. Recovery, none. No minus max. 1 spell suppression. No. Players have reduced suppression, so I shouldn't have just scouted all of those. I guess I used the Divination Scarabs. I don't know what other div cards I'm farming for, so it'll work. Oh yeah, get on there. Get on there, Ghost. Yeah, give me a card. Rip. I mean, it might honestly be better to farm for Ancient Orbs. That might be a more reasonable way to go about getting this bow. Detonate's dead. I can just tank that. Reckless Defense Jewel. It's have increased chance against you for crits. Okay, this guy can lower my mana recovery rate. I don't like that. Yeah, the big sweeping cleave. Eternal Scourge. That attack. And I dodged it that time. Oh, I got hit by it that time, but that's okay. I know about that now. No fusing. So this is min rolled on the crit chance. Spell block and attack block there. 86. Getting those endurance charges up. That's so cool. No enduring cry. 6-link. Oh, Lunaris touched. Can I tank this? Extra crits? All the little stuff is fine. Oh yeah, easy. Oh, the Beyond boss with my Crucible stuff. So I'm getting a 30% chill off and a 15% shock against this guy. The shock is rare. I have to block. I guess the 15% shock probably comes... Hey, Tainted Fusing. So there's a shock that can come from the Tempest Shield lightning hit. There's also the shock on block. That's only with attacks. And that says 15%. So maybe that is what's giving the 15% shock. And I get a lesser one if I just get the Tempest Shield. I don't know. I guess I chill enemies with the bubble. I don't know how I got a 30% chill off though. It's like my gym dump is full. Search for anything with no quality. There's a 21 Frost Bomb, a level 1 Stormblast Mine, and a Portal Gem in there. So then everything in here should have above 10% quality. Those are the only gems I've been picking up. I should do a special search though. A ITY:+2. Look for anything 20% quality higher. I guess if it only has 2 quality, it would show up here as well, but a lot of these can go. Save the Penance brand. Ancestral War Chief. Now I just fill my inventory, vendor them all, and I should get 20 GCPs for this. Oh, only 19. Too many of the 10 to 15 range in that batch, which is fine. Only 18 out of that one. I guess the gems that drop naturally, I get a lot more of the lower quality that are above 10. And if I picked up only 15 quality plus gems, this tab would never fill. Ah, sorry, taking damage. Still fizz damage is the weak point, it feels like. Oh, that's a very sneaky mana siphoner bubble in all the blue. Alchemy shards get removed from the filter. More of that. Oh, I died. I got big gem levels there though, so I actually gained something there. Oh, those are level 20 gems even. Okay, Ending Doom. Let's quality this one all the way up since it's first. And corrupt it. 2016. Okay. Full destruction. Added chaos damage. I guess I even flipped the despair. Corrupt the clarity. Vol clarity. I have a Vol skill now. That's probably pretty handy. Tim Chains and Enfeeble don't need flipped. I can just corrupt them. And neither of those went up in level. I put my level 19 added chaos damage in here, so I wouldn't have lost too much damage out of here while this one levels. And I didn't take portals into that map, so dying was the quickest way out. The map had double fizz as extra with boss damage. I mean, okay. Another Ming's Heart. I now have 2. Oh, look at my little baby despair AoE. Aw. Another Reckless Defense. Oh, this one rolled 4 and 4. Mad King. Ultimatum Aspect. Interesting. Double boss. Why don't y'all stand close enough that I can get you both? All clarity means I actually don't need the mana flask. It's pretty nice. Wow. Lightning res. Lightning damage leeches life fractured. Fractured item. Make these small. Oh, yeah, that is just a little too much. That's better. Hey, my first Igneous Geode. For real, farming these in yellow maps. You're not gonna find many. Level 87. I think what I want to do. Well, I am working on this power charge situation. Minus 15 max res. That is so terrible to put on something like that. Okay, instability. 2 points to connect it there. Then I can these 3. What did I do? What did I break? Where did I drop so much? I thought I had like 5900 ES. Oh, yeah. These points. There. Okay, it's fixed. And then this ES point I can remove. And I want 10% more chaos damage to enemies that have energy shield. The Lion, the first one, took 6 maps. Now a map like this has max life as extra ES. I just deal 10% more damage to those, and my damage bypasses the ES anyways, so do it. And it has a little bit of physical damage on it now because of the Crucible passive tree. So if an enemy has a little bit of energy shield, I can still drain it. Wow, another big gym leveling. Like, that's all of the backup Impending Dooms. I definitely have the GCPs to just juice them. Try. So let's go for it. Oh, no change. Second one, less quality. 3 did nothing. 2021 quality. Okay, we'll put that one in. The new best. Last one went down a level. Discipline just has AoE on it. Arrogance has aura effect. Corrupt the discipline, 9% quality, flip the arrogance, flip my flame dash, Tempest shield, I think just gets corrupted. Oh, and flip the void manipulation. The Lion, we have a set. Okay, 5 cards. Let's get in right now. Another Lioneye's Vision. There's a div card for Lioneye's Vision. Go again. Plan is just keep running Calderas until there's no more Calderas. Oh, I forgot to get more Impending Dooms. That's important. Lots of fractured jewelry. A Mega Harbinger with Beyond is something. Oh, invulnerability aura. It just continually spits out so much stuff. Oh, and a BDAT. I learned there's not that one. The sweeping one. That one. Easy. Another Tainted Fusing. Every tower. 1 off max mana. Ooh, a Terran Shiver. Decently rolled as well. Level 21 Frost Shield. I mean, okay. What does the quality on that do? Increase effect cold ailments. Meh, sure. Level 88. What do with this one? Less physical damage taken while in full energy shield? Do the +1 max res. Hey, I got my frenzy charge this time. Use frenzy charge durations, so they don't stay up long, but I mean, that's going to be more speed, more damage. I guess I do need to know. With the charges up, 0.29 cast time. That's still good. Prismatic Catalyst. What's that? 6 more to go. Hey, a Diviner Strongbox, finally. Divination cards, maybe. Oh, I guess it's corrupted. I can't roll it. 2 of the Void. What is this axe called? Esmena's Bloodlust. Has this unique changed? So many uniques have changed recently. Attacks cost life instead of mana. Decent fizz damage. Still nothing super spectacular. Second of the Mad King. So that must be a drop from the map. Oh, I don't have to do the Crucibles anymore. Yes. That'll speed these maps up a little bit. Prismatic Catalyst. Oh, the Temporal Bubble sucks so bad. Ugh. Divine Orb. 2120 Ambush. Interesting. Tainted fusing from a normal monster. It's 3 today. That's huge, actually. I've gotten more tainted fusings than the lion cards. Then another beat at. Prismatic Catalyst. Well, I got 463 Vivid Life Force in this map. Maybe I can just pull the last 4 of these. Take 4 intrinsics. It takes 120 this time, so a couple chances. Noxious, Unstable, Abrasive, Turbulent, Intrinsic. Okay. Ooh, extra damage to injured foes. I'm on low life. That's extra damage. Something I gotta think about. I'm gonna do it anyways because I don't take damage from anything. I have now found more Cartographer's Strongboxes today than the Lion Give cards. And now we're up to 20 Calderas. Chiseled, rare, with div scarabs. Extra 9% quant on me. 2 of the lion card. And I guess I go waste more scarabs. You know what? I guess I can put Sacrifice at Dusk in there. That's another little bit of quant. I'm not feeling hopeful at this. I mean, it's not like I'm trying to farm a headhunter or mage blood or something. I just want a bow. I bet the div card is super rare now because of the Lioneye's Fall Jewel. More than the bow. Level 89? Now I'll take the less fizz while on full energy shield. Corrupted Comb item strongbox. Did not drop a unique. Oh, what is it? Comb's Roots. Corrupted and bricked. Received more of the Mad King div cards than the line. Div cards exist in the game for deterministic ways of farming stuff, and I'd get rid of them all. If I want the Lioneye's bow, I go into Timeless Conflicts and kill Lioneye. That's the way I think it should actually be, but who am I? It's actually one of the biggest selling points on Ruthless for me. But I don't think the boss-specific drops is something GG really wants outside of pinnacle bosses and stuff, because they did away with all of the Shaper and Elder Guardian drop-specific things, like the Brass Dome. You used to have to get it off of Minotaur. Conquerors had their own uniques and stuff as well. I wish it was still like that. A lion! Map number 22. Prismatic Catalyst. It's again. Oh, again? Gotta keep making more? Ooh. The Catalyst. Might be able to brute force the rest of them just by 3-to-1ing them. There's one. Yeah, there's the other one. Oh! So I got 12 all res. 12 all res, 30 chaos res there now. Puts me 15 up on cold. I like that. That's solid. That should cover exposure with curse reduction. That should cover curses. Right on. Alright, so now for the big removal of all of the metamorph. So the clear play here is Harbinger. All of these Harbingers. Get the extra 2 here. Is that all of them? Looks like it. 12 points left. Extra chance for logbooks. Additional suffix modifiers. You can turn metamorphs off. Connect this on this side now. These can come out. Points. Extra monsters on my shrines. Sure. Nah. More expedition chance. Oh, I did leave some metamorph. That's okay. That's my rogue metamorph. I wonder if having ethics review prevents that rogue metamorph. 40% chance. I should be able to find that out pretty quickly. I guess I probably shouldn't be using Metamorph Scarabs now. We need the Harbinger Scarabs. That's a rogue Metamorph. Oh, but there's actually a Metamorph. The Scarab overrides the Atlas passive. Another Terran Shiver. Echoing Shrine does not help anything with this build, it seems. Kind of the same as the Speed Shrine. Just too much speed, and it's not triggering the Vixens. Another Cartographer Strongbox. They're normally so rare. The Lion! 2 of 5. Sacred Scarabs challenge complete. 30 maps down. 4 cards now. Like 2 more from the initial batch of maps. How many more did I get? 24, and a lot of these are corrupted. Confirmed Rogue Metamorphs can still show up while Metamorph is blocked. I'd rather have the Rogue Metamorphs just because I don't want to have to stop and build it. It slows me down. I've done enough of them, I think. A Lion! Okay, so that's 5 and 32. So let's say if it's a 1 in 6 chance with a Rusted Divination Scarab, that's still 30 maps to complete a single set for an attempt. For most people, that's like an entire session of playing a game. And I guess technically I don't have to fight the bosses of these. I could just kind of rush for the Queen, get the Lion cards. But at the same time, I should have stopped recording quite a while ago. So what I want to do is check how this goes in a T16 map. Let's do a beach. Simple beach. Oh, and I can bring Influence. Eater. Yeah, Eater. I need the ashes. Okay, normal enemies die. Probably going to be the exact same thing. I'm going to kill everything. The rares are going to be a little tanky, but if I drop my bubble and stand there, they can't kill me. That's what it's looking like. Here's the Harbinger, the rare enemy, and then it died. And then the next rare enemy, everything else will just die instantly. The rares take a second. They destroyed my bubble real fast. But next time, there's no way I am going to be farming T9 maps, T8 maps, whatever it was. It was good to safely level the character, test things out, see what I needed, get it built fully. And the boss, hold down right click and wait, except chill. And eventually he'll die. There we go. Ooh, this is the other sword. I think I found 2 of one. This is the second one to make the bow. There's my level 90. 84 crystal belt. That's something I haven't done. I haven't touched my belt. Probably needs a Stygian vise rather than the crystal belt because I need flat chaos on a jewel. I'm satisfied with that. So where does passive point go now? Where is it getting melding? What is 3% of my life? 14, 21 times 0.03, 42.6. I guess I would get life in here. 5% ES on each. It's 5% ES and then be like 45 something flat. Essence Surge. This is all just flat ES. I'm gonna take enemies you curse or hindered. I probably don't need this poison chance either, since I got the little bit here. Apex does speed my poison up with my boots, so got like half duration of poison. I don't know what the base duration is. It was probably like 2 seconds. And if I have 45% chance to poison on hit, I don't know if I need 25 would be enough. So I could probably just pull this one and get the you take reduced extra damage from crits by cursed enemies. More safety. You still need a bit more spell block as well. It exists. Just have to put the points there. So Grellwood Shank. There's another sword. This one, Beltimber Blade. And I think it's just a fusing. Vendor recipe? Yep. To make an Arborix. Attach the handles together and make a bow. Those 2 new bows I've acquired today. Bow attacks fire 2 additional arrows if you haven't cast dash recently. Attack speed, evasion, movement speed if you haven't cast. No, if you have. Yeah, this has changed a lot since I last saw it. So it gives you a level 30 dash, 2 additional arrows if you haven't cast dash recently, and attack speed. But if you have, you get movement speed and evasion. And you can only use dash for movement, and you get iron reflexes. That doesn't seem as crazy as I remember it being. But that is 2 new bows. Wind Whipper and an Arborix. I don't have a Doom Fletch. I probably have div cards for that. Replica Iron Commander. I did get a Null's Inclination that I rerolled. Rerolled the Gluttonous Tide. Haven't gotten the Zoph's Bow. Voltaxic Rift, Lioneye Glare, the Crimson Storm. That's the Betrayal one. But I guess the journey for the bow will continue next time. And since I had PoE Ninja open the other day, I was looking through here, just kind of seeing what things costed and stuff. And I discovered something I had never seen before. Let me see if I can find it again here. Cadigan's Crown. Okay, this is an expedition thing. You never deal critical strikes, Battle Mage. And then that got me thinking, what if you took that helmet and you played the same build with an Echo Forge, getting all of this flat chaos as extra damage for the Impending Doom? I think that would work. It comes with some chaos damage on an implicit. Nothing else on here matters. It's going to allow chaos damage to shock, and then has a pretty crazy life roll potential on it. But this isn't just something I just say, oh, I want to do that. And getting an Echo Forge would be hard. Getting the helmet would be hard. But got me thinking, like, what if? It's probably not a Shavs build anymore at that point, but I would love to see what Impending Doom looks like with Echo Forge. That's something that's just been on my mind a bit today. Like, wondering, that's probably a stretch goal. Like, if Diablo 4 just doesn't interest me, which I'm not expecting it to, I'm expecting it to lack the depth, same as Diablo 3. And there's just a bunch of time left in the league, I guess maybe I try and do that, because that would be awesome. That is definitely harder to pull off than getting this bow, because the bow can just come from Ancient Orbs. I would like to hope, unless there's just some other, like, crazy thing, oh, you can't Ancient Orb that bow. I did get another 2 Ancient Orbs, so what's here? Chin Soul, back to the Silver Tongue. Cool. But we'll continue this journey next time. The build's been a blast to play. I'm liking it. We'll get into red maps and actually doing something a little more substantial next time. Or focus more on Harbingers rather than the div cards. But if you enjoyed this video, definitely hit the like button, as it really helps the channel out a lot. Subscribe to make sure you don't miss more videos from me. If you'd like to help support my channel, please consider using the super thanks, the heart icon just below the video, or by joining to become a member. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.